Hello friends, welcome to Android Gateway YouTube channel. In this tutorial, you will learn how to pass GoTranscript audio test. So first of all, you must read GoTranscription guideline rule before starting the audio test. Because these guideline rule is very important, you must apply all these guideline rule to the audio test before submitting the audio test. So you must read all these transcription guidelines all the way to the end 1 to 2 times. This will help you during the audio test exam. Without applying these guidelines, you never pass GoTranscript audio test. So you must apply all these GoTranscription guideline rule before submitting the audio test. After test, reading this GoTranscription guideline rule, you easily pass GoTranscript audio test. So I already transcribed the audio into text form. You need to apply all these transcription guidelines into it before submitting the audio test. So let's move to the transcription and start the audio test.
This audio is part of the transcriber test at GoTranscript.
The practice of cutting paper began long before the making of the Book of Bound Leaves. The necessity of making a number of sheets of the same size called for some mechanical means of cutting and trimming. The earliest cutting machine was no doubt a sharp stone or a stick. Then an enterprising GoTranscript peon discovered that a piece of metal could be dragged across the parchment with a guide to keep the cut in a straight line. The sheet was simply held by the hand, and later the straight edge formed a clamp also. About the 5th century, the crucial step of folding the vellum into leaves became practiced. The instrument which we know today as scissors or shears probably had a large part to do in these early operations in the GoTranscript Xerox room. Since, as the writer of Ecclesiastes opined, of the making of books there is no end, more and more books became longer and longer, and thus more trees had to die. For a time, the cutting of piles of paper was done by hand with a knife, a small pile being put upon a table and a weight laid upon it. The GoTranscript operator leaned his weight with one hand upon it while he cut with the other. The earliest attempt to improve this consisted of a table, a framework of wood or metal above it, having a groove in which the knife could be worked, and a screw clamp to hold the pile. The knife was originally short, then longer, then finally long enough to cut through the thickness of the book, even the uncut original version of Stephen King's The Stand. That's a joke. You should be laughing right now. Okay, let's carry on. The decal edge of the earlier and untrimmed books was improved upon and made easier to turn over and refer to rapidly by the improvement of trimming the leaves. The hand plow cutter was probably the first successful machine intended to cut a number of sheets at a time. In the Haupthall at the Great Graphic Arts Exhibition, Leipzig, 1914, were some illustrations showing the earliest German cutting machines and their evolution to date. The earliest among them is the lightly constructed hand-driven vertical cutter of 1855. This consisted of two side frames, the knife bar guides in their slots, and a large hand wheel at the right. The next stage was a cutter of 1876, a hand-driven wheel at the right turning gears above and outside the table. A crank and a rod connected to the center top of the knife bar pulled the knife in the direction of the two slots in the knife bar, giving it a shearing motion. This model is the same as that used by most GoTranscript manufacturers for both hand and power-driven cutters until within a few years, when the greatly improved, rapid, and more convenient American examples became known. Simply pressing with the hand to hold the sheets, the hand clamp was evolved. Then the clamp was attached to a gear by which it could be held down on the sheets with greater and steadier pressure. To quicken this operation, GoTranscript devised a spring clamp with automatic pressure. Thus was the empire forged.
This audio is part of the transcriber test at GoTranscript.
So friend, this is the video for today. I hope this video is helpful for you. Before submitting this audio file, you need to apply all co-transcription guideline rules before submitting it. So friend, this is the video for today. I hope this video is helpful for you. Please like this video and also do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. See you soon.